With Aiden Hutchinson going down, the Detroit Lions are in dire need of a pass rusher. So dire that we are trying to get J.J. Watt to come out of retirement, bring his wife and his kid to Detroit for one last ride. J.J. Watt does not have a Super Bowl ring, and kind of very similar to Bruce Irvin, who's now on the couch last year but not officially retired. J.J. Watt could be a guy that could come in for limited snaps and help us get that elusive Super Bowl appearance and ring. And I made a video a couple of days ago about J.J. Watt and our failed attempt to get him to come out of retirement. And I saw this and I thought this would be fun to bring in. This is from the Pat McAfee show. Now, I'm not a huge fan of Pat McAfee. I'm just not. Loved him as a punter, not so much as a podcaster, but that's just my opinion. But I think he is very good at what he does, very entertaining. My thing has to do with his ego. That's what that is. But he has guest on his show, Aaron Rodgers, unfortunately, and J.J. Watt makes an appearance. Now, J.J. Watt was asked today about the Detroit Lions. Here's what he had to say. This is coming from the Pat McAfee show.
Now let's talk about Detroit. That's not the same old.
No.
That's actually the brand new Lions. And you know what they need, Jage?
A lot of, what do they need, Pat?
They need a premier pass rusher.
Yeah.
Don't they?
You need it bad, Jay.
Maybe a big white one, too.
Big
Huge
white
one.
A big white one.
Yeah.
His numbers in the 90s, maybe?
Yeah, a big white pass rusher.
Plays great at Ford Field all the time.
Yeah, because then there would
Love
be.
Ford Field. Love playing at Ford Field. Big fan. Big fan of
track.
playing at Ford Field.
How about the unis? I know you're a big uni guy. Oh, that's a good uni.
Wow.
Oh my God. What do we have we
I
contemplated?
look cool.
Have we
I look cool. I look good.
Yeah, you do look cool. You do look
Might
good.
wear the All Blacks in the playoffs.
Oh, the Motor City muscle. Yeah, what do we
No,
think?
I love Detroit, man. I love Detroit. Detroit's a great city. I love what Dan Campbell's doing. I love the 16 times too large podium they got going on up there. I love it all, man.
Hell yeah.
It's great. They got a good run. I mean, it really, really sucks that Aiden went down, man. He's literally playing at the top of the top. I mean, literally defensive player of the year conversation, no doubt, leading every category. It sucks, man. It really sucks, especially an injury like that. Pretty unbelievable. He finished the sack with a snapped leg. Just a pure badass move. I mean, if you're going to break your leg, what a badass way to do it, getting a sack. But those guys are still in great position. Obviously, you're never in as good a position when you use a guy like that. But Dan Campbell's building something special up there. They're an absolute wagon. And I'm really looking forward to seeing them against the Brian Flores defense because they're putting up points at an incredible rate, and Flores is great, so it should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, Flores is throwing heat this year. I'm excited to see what he does to try to get the Detroit Lions offense off their game. And obviously, Aiden Hutchinson, we're big fans of. Big fans of Hutch. The human, the player, absolute bummer.
And there you go. There you go. I do appreciate Pat McAfee trying to get. He did this last year when it came to J.J. Watt. And J.J. Watt has said time and time again that he is having a great time with his wife and son, and that if anybody was to call him, it would have to be D'Amico Ryan, and he would come for that one last ride for the Houston Texans. But I do appreciate Pat McAfee trying to get, and Foxy is a resident Lions fan, and there's a clip before him where he's trying to hype him up and do all this stuff for J.J. Watt to come out of retirement. I'm going to tell you what, man, it would be something. It really would be something to see J.J. Watt put on one last ride. But I think his loyalty, if I'm being honest, I think what's keeping him out of retirement is all the things he said. You know, I don't know the man, and I'm just assuming here that it's that, and it's also his loyalty to the Houston Texans. He had a career with the Houston Texans. He had almost like a mirror career with the Cardinals, and then kind of wrapped it up after that. You know what I mean? So I think that it's kind of, even players sometimes are kind of loyal to one team, and I think that D'Amico, since the Texans are the team that drafted him all those years ago, that's where his loyalty is at. And I think that, of course, that with the fact that he is enjoying retired life, just had a kid. I think as he was retiring, his son was born, so I can understand that, you know, being a father myself, having the youth, because you only get that one time. You do get that one time. I will say, though, being a winning organization does a lot. And JJ Watt, I could see this. Just let's just have some fun here. I could see him having a conversation with his wife and saying, okay. But then you got the Houston Texans that are doing very well also. And I think, again, his loyalty. So it's not like they're terrible, but he could go over there and help them. But the issue is over there is they don't need him. They don't need a premier pass rusher, even one that's retired, because they have enough of that. We didn't have it going into the season, and we definitely don't have it now. So I could see they're like, okay, well, you know what? He has a conversation with wifey, and he's like, well, you know, they don't really need me in Houston. I got a real legit chance. And wouldn't it be crazy if JJ Watt came out of retirement, played for the Detroit Lions, and guess who a lot of people's Super Bowl picks are? The Houston Texans and the Detroit Lions. And JJ had to face the team that drafted him to win a Super Bowl, get the Super Bowl, and now he can ride off to the sunset. Once I saw this Lions mock-up, man, I knew I had to make a video. Just made a video a few days ago. Seems like it was pretty decently received, but I thought this was just fun, a fun time to have. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility for any of these guys, especially the guys that haven't won it all. You know what I mean? Like Aaron Donald won it all. He won it all. I could see the hunger if he hadn't won it all, that maybe a guy, I don't know if he would come back to the Lions, being as how he stayed with one team his whole career. But I could also see that, like, you know, if that hunger was there. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's all about drive for these players. We've seen it time and time again. And sometimes they don't want to mess up their legacy. They don't want to mess up, you know, coming in ring chasing. You know what I'm saying? And now, if JJ had a connection to Detroit, whether it was the coaching staff or a family member or anything like that, I could see some type of connection. So although I don't think this is possible, I thought it was a nice, fun kind of video. Shout out to Pat McAfee, man, trying to get JJ Watt to come help the Detroit Lions. It's just amazing what being a good team and a respected team is, what it will do. You got the Dallas Cowboys that people are freaking out over there. They got their butts whooped on national TV, and now their owner is spiraling out of control. The fan base is fighting each other, and now we got people talking about our team, trying to get them to come to Detroit. So just a little fun video, man. I thought I would show you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget, this channel is brought to you by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. You could be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. I must admit, man, that looked pretty good, didn't it? That him in the jersey. And you know what's funny as well is him kind of hamming it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I can respect that. I can respect the ham. The green eggs and ham, man, he was hamming it up. But I must admit, man, that does look pretty darn good.